Machine Learning in Health and Life Science workshops starting September 2019. Come and join us.
The Centre for Educational Development and Support are organising a series of workshops on the potential impact of machine learning on the professions around health and life science. The reason why we're doing this now is because artificial intelligence, and particularly machine learning and deep learning, are being applied in many domains. All the predictions are that this is going to lead to the transformation of the working environment for our students. Whilst machine learning is going to become increasingly ubiquitous, big data is becoming a very important issue both socially and technically. And like all technologies which start off as a sort of niche domain for technical people, eventually they become available to everyone. And this means challenges for universities. So that's what this series of workshops is really about. Machine learning technologies are very rapidly approaching maturity. First of all, there's the standardization of toolkits and skill sets. So most people developing machine learning solutions are using the same tools and skills. Secondly, the access to big data, which is necessary in order to train machine learning, is very widely available on the internet and is being supported by large corporations like Google. Thirdly, machine learning solutions are becoming available on personal devices like mobile phones. And finally, this is all producing a very rapid growth of large communities of software developers online, all pursuing solutions in machine learning. Now, behind all the hype around machine learning, it's important to actually look at what this technology is. If we compare it to database technology, which we've had for 40 years or so, then basically you can think of a database as a big bucket where you put data in and users can make requests and get data out of it. But basically the data you get out is the data that you put in. Machine learning is a way in which a machine can be configured with what we call training data so that users can present unknown data and get a prediction from the machine. The user's judgment of the utility of that prediction can be used to refine the training of the machine. So the machine is always anticipating data it doesn't necessarily know about, but can infer what it might be from what it already knows. Here's a quick example with a tool that you'll be able to play with during the workshop. It basically recognizes images and has been programmed with thousands of images on the internet. Another example is a program that's been trained to identify the position of the body as people move their limbs around. What does this mean for the future of work? Well, in a nutshell, it means humans and machines working in partnership. So machines will give humans automatic judgments which humans will find useful. But then humans will be able to assess the judgments that the machine gives them so that the training of the machine can be improved and the machine can make better judgments in the future. That is essentially what we're going to see. In these 5 workshops, you're going to become familiar with the tools and techniques and ideas of machine learning. So in workshop 1, we're going to look at the way this new kind of anticipatory technology will affect the traditional professions in the health and life sciences. And you'll have a chance to play with some of the tools and understand what it is that they actually do. In workshop 2, we'll explore how it is that this technology is progressing so rapidly with the standardization of toolkits and the ways in which it's going to get easier for everybody. In workshop 3, we're going to look at data and the massive data sets which are now available for people to explore machine learning online, but also to look at some of the sort of darker sides of machine learning and AI around surveillance. In workshop 4, we'll consider how the future of work might look when training computers becomes as important as training humans. And finally, this carries lots of educational implications. How do universities respond to this kind of technological challenge? So come and join us in September. I've also been on a journey with this stuff, and I have to say that after exploring many of these tools and techniques, the way I look at the future is very different, and I hope that by attending these workshops you will have a similar experience.